My name is Matt Clark. I'm one of the partners with a law firm in Bakersfield, California called Chain Cohn & Clark.
I'm Chris Hagan. I'm a personal injury trial lawyer and partner at Chain Cohn & Clark.
William Lee Johnson is a gentleman now in his 60s who has been in the trucking industry in the Central Valley of California really his entire life.
He had picked up a brand new natural gas powered semi-truck and had taken it to the fueling station to fill it for the very first time.
And before it was full, it exploded. It blew up not just the truck, but it blew up the fueling station. It blew up Mr. Johnson. The explosion was of such force that they found parts of the truck nearly a mile away.
He had multiple face fractures, suffered a traumatic brain injury. Because the tanks were wrapped in a carbon fiber overlay, when the tank exploded, little shards of carbon fiber exploded along with it. And I'll never forget the testimony of one of the firefighters that found him. They described him as looking like a porcupine because he had these carbon fiber shards sticking out all over his face.
The ultimate manifestation of this gentleman's brain injury was it impacted his frontal lobe and impacted his mood and his affect. He went from being, by all accounts, everybody around him, a super easygoing, true, Western gentleman, to having an absolute hair trigger, irrational temper as he recovered.
The very first time I met him, it occurred to me at that moment that if you didn't otherwise know him, you might not think that anything was wrong with him. And so we needed to be able to come up with a way to explain to the jury visually and to show the jury what Mr. Johnson had been through. And that's where the animations that were generated by DK Global were just very crucial.
In this instance, there were 3 named defendants, and from day one, they all blamed each other, and at least initially the plaintiff. There was actually some argument that he was at fault because he picked the product.
As we were preparing to try the case, the great thing about it from our perspective was every single one of the defendants was pointing the finger at the other defendant. And so it's like you sit back as a plaintiff's lawyer and just watch them throw daggers and darts at one another.
The ultimate conclusion, at least for us, was that there was a settlement as to the number on damages, right? And so even though the defendants still disputed amongst themselves who was responsible for what portion of those damages, a global number was agreed upon and put into the record. We agreed to a $15 million damages award. Who was to pay that award was subject to a jury verdict.
The animations that DK Global is able to put together for us are crucial in being able to help us tell our client's story for the jury. It's hard to tell a story strictly with words, and having those animations that DK Global has prepared for us is just remarkable.